Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we're going to be trying a brand new game on the channel. It's just released on Xbox and PC. It's Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I grew up watching the Indiana Jones movies in the UK, in England, guaranteed every Christmas. It was always on there, so I always watched it every Christmas. And I also watched the young Indiana Jones when growing up as well. Very, very good. There is two options for this game. You can have it in cinematic mode where you get a black bar across the top and the bottom, but you see more of the vision of what's going on, a more cinematic version. I have turned this off because a lot of people won't like the black bars on, so I'm doing this as the full screen version. But if you play it for yourself, probably better to go the cinematic route.
We are walking the path of death. What of the curse?
Superstitions, Atipo. Tranquilo.
Okay, I don't like that immediately, so I'm going to change that option. There was an option where it can basically bring up things where you can interact with, but yeah, that's just breaks immersion, so I'm going to take that off. The eye contrast mode, I think it was. Yeah, that's much better. The game, first impressions, the game does look gorgeous. Now, I have kept away from all spoilers, so I don't know anything about this game. I am going in fairly blind. I am playing on hard difficulty as well, so I don't know how hard that's actually going to be. But yeah, the game is absolutely beautiful at the moment. And it is running fairly smooth as well. Can't see any hiccups at all on my end with frame rates. Hopefully the game, I know it does have some great voice actors. It has Troy Baker doing Indiana Jones, which if you watch the trailers, he sounded so much like Harrison Ford. Everybody's going that way. Can we go down this way? Oh, okay, then I'm going to go round. But yeah, Troy Baker did the voice in The Last of Us. He was the lead character in that, and again, he's got a lot of good accreditations to him. So yeah, he does seem like he's done a very good job. And a lot of these IPs don't look that great. Movie to games aren't always the best. So I'm just hoping that is not the case with this one, and then they have done a good adaptation of it.
You think there's something there?
Okay, so I'm just getting used to the controls. So that's jump. This is very similar to the movie, this is. I swear this was a part out of the movie. Because I remember the two characters there, and I remember that scene.
The Jovitos could be watching us.
Jovitos don't like intruders.
Yes, that's interesting to see, because I thought this was a brand new sort of game. And not a sort of a rehash of a movie. Maybe it's just in the intro sequel, we'll find out. I have increased the size of the text on the screen as well, so it's easier for people to read as well. Because the bigger TVs you watch this on, normally your subtitles are so small you can't really read them. And I do want to take in the full amount of the game. I don't want to just rush. I do, if there is side quests, I do want to do side quests. I know there's puzzles in the game, so I remember there being puzzles in the game because it showed you in one of the trailers. Okay, so an abandoned camp of some kind. Is there any looting? Because I am a bit of a loot goblin. Okay, so I can put up with that sort of highlighting. That ain't too bad. My journey through the ruins of the Chachapoya culture.
This was Forrestal's favorite.
Why did they leave these things behind?
I think they were intent on coming back.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if there's anything else to interact with. Okay, I've got something at the back there. Okay, I've got a weapon of some kind. I was more hoping that Indy would come with his usual bullwhip. But if we've got to use a frying pan, we'll use a frying pan. Just let me... So that's your block. That's a weird block one on the left trigger. Ah, there's my bullwhip. Can't be Indy without a bullwhip. Okay, so that's some sort of power attack. Blah. Yeah, the controls are a bit on the not the normal what you would see. You normally have your block on a lot of the games on your right buttons, not on your left. But I'm going up there. I want to go over here. I don't know if the secret's in the game, but I'm hoping they have added something. Ah, okay, so that's just not passable. Okay, game, you got me on this one. Okay, so that one's a crouch. That's a push. Okay, that's drop. Trying to find a way, see if there's a way to put your weapon away. And it does seem to be that you've got some sort of stamina bar across the bottom, because every time, so a light attacker seems to take 1, and then every attacker seems to take 2 off the bar. Yeah, let's go and interact with that. Drop the dart.
The Ovitas are near. Poison is still fresh, 3 days. They're following us.
If they knew we were here, they would have killed us already.
The facial animations are not the worst I've ever seen in the game. They're actually quite good. I wonder if we have any survival elements like eating and drinking. Well, if I'm going that way, I want to go this way. The rule of games is never go the way you're supposed to be going. Oh, game.
Don't want to spend the night in
Okay,
the
so it
jungle.
looks like we're quite on tracks at the moment at the start. So 8 to vault up, so that's the jump. Yeah, I like my secrets in games, and that's just an invisible wall, so I can't go through that way.
This is the jungle telling us to turn back.
Go on, senor. Satipa will help you move the tree.
Lift the tree. Now it is, we see Indiana Jones for the first time. They've done an amazing job. It's a Machine Games who've done this game. I think they was known for the Wolfenstein games, if I remember right.
The temple is up there, senor.
But yeah, hands off to them. They've done a fantastic job so far. Okay, let's just stick to the path because there doesn't seem to be anything on these secret ones. Now I am seeing a meter in the bottom left there with 1 bar taken off. I'm not certain what that is, if that's a food and drink mechanic or what. Okay, so that looks like that's where we're heading.
This is it. This is where Forrestal cashed in.
A friend of yours.
A competitor. He was good. He was very, very good.
Senor. Nobody's come out of there alive. Please. You first, senor.
We're about 5-10 minutes in and it's definitely getting the feel of an Indiana Jones. It's like watching the movie. Have we got torches or anything? So that's myself. Oh, okay, looks like he's got the torch for us. Just trying to see if we've got any sort. Ah, okay, so we can bring a map up, but we don't seem to have like an inventory system. Boo, no looting.
Be careful.
Okay, it's getting a little lighter, so I don't need to wait for him to go in front. Okay, spider webs, that's never a good sign.
See ya.
Hopefully nobody's an arachnophobe. There doesn't seem to be an arachnophobe option in the game. Ooh.
Please.
Yes, I would be running back out that cave entrance as fast as I entered.
Stop. Stay out of the light. Forrestal.
You said he was very good.
He was. Just not good enough.
Are you?
I guess we'll find out.
What is this?
So you want us to avoid the lights. Okay, so there's something up there. Am I going to hit that with a bullwhip? Ah, okay, yeah, so it is the jumping type. So far, I'm well impressed with the game. And again, because we've been playing this on hard mode, the puzzles are supposed to be harder to deal with. I'm guessing the tutorial one is going to be fairly easy, but afterwards it's going to be a bit more thinking to be able to solve them. Ah, the golden idol.
Let us hurry. There is nothing to fear here.
That's what scares me.
It's definitely a big portion out of the movie here. Been that long since I've watched an Indy movie. I can't remember if it was Raiders or The Lost Ark this was.
That did it.
Okay, so we're going to have to come up to the ones with the little dash on. So it's not that hard of a puzzle at the moment. And the next one we want to be easy, yeah?
That's it.
The next one is in the centre. They're very easy at the moment with puzzle-wise. Is there any more up here? Yes, there is.
That's how it's done.
No, can't see any more, so this might be... yeah, the end of the puzzle part. Ah, the old sandbag. If you've never watched the Indy movies, I'd definitely recommend it's something you'd watch. They are very, very fun, and they have actually standed up to the test of time. Pretty good from the last time I watched it. And if you've watched the movie, you know what's going to be coming next. Oh, okay, so we're going to have to use...
Give me the whip!
Throw me the idol. No time to argue. Throw me the idol, I throw you the whip.
Give me the whip!
Adios, senor.
Well, there's the first death of the playthrough. Okay, I don't think he would ever made that at the speed he was going. Don't forget your hat. I guess he didn't duck under that light.
Adios, Sapito. Americans. Solid American.
Unfortunately, I am having to play this on streamer mode.
I learned to
So
hate you
I'm
in the
guessing
last
the
10
music
years.
would...
Well, where the
the
hell were you?
famous indie music would have kicked in then.
Damn it, don't you leave me down here by myself!
Marcus.
I do apologise if I've just had the Xbox just appear on screen.
Right, wait.
for anybody that's not aware, Indiana Jones is an explorer, tomb raider, and in the daytime, his day job is teaching in a university. So let's just go into
Kids.
sneak.
Someone's getting expelled tonight.
Going to any doors? No, it just looks like we've got to go for the open door in front of us. I will try to explore everything just in case there is secrets, but I might miss stuff. The lighting's pretty good in here.
Those are big footprints.
It's better than me at seeing footprints, because I can't see them. I guess we just got to keep heading towards the open doors. The shadows on the wall there must be pretty good as well. And this guy's not a warrior. He's not going to go toe to toe with a big guy and take him out. He's going to be using his cunning and his smarts and his bullwhip. But he wasn't
Gotta be
averse.
some vagrant.
He wasn't averse to having a good fist punch here and then. And because this is set in the 30s, you will find references to the Nazis, who were pretty much one of his enemies. Just want to see if there's anything on. Oh yes, a card. Yeah, we'll collect that. Anything else I can pick up or interact with? I can see, but again, that's nice to find something. Okay, so it's highlighting quest markers by the looks of it. Quest specific stuff. So a local map. Okay, so which one is... Okay, so I've got access to my map now. I'm trying to see what... Okay, so so going into the Egyptian and archaeology, and then we take a left by the looks of it, if I've read that map correctly. Hopefully this is not too dark on YouTube. I won't know until it gets released. I can raise the brightness if I want, but this is just gorgeous, the lighting effects in here. Okay, so it looks like I've read the map wrong. Somebody speaking Latin. If you're not aware, Latin, it's an ancient form of English in the sense it's probably where a lot of languages derive from. It's not something I've ever tried to learn.
All right, pal. You can't sleep here. Who the hell are you?
It's a giant by the looks of it.
Right. You asked for it.
Whatever you're up to, pal, it ends now!
Homunculus cum tacet!
I recognise the voice of him, and I recognise his face in this game. Finally get up to the intro title sequence as such.
Indiana? I'd wondered where you'd got to. What happened?
Where did he go?
Who?
The giant.
I didn't see any giant.
I caught someone breaking into the museum. He was tall. He took something.
Well, did you see his face?
Scarred. Dark skin. He spoke some form of Latin.
Latin? Well, that is a novelty.
Come on, Marcus. We need to find out what he took.
Yes, righto. This display case has been ransacked. Is there anything missing?
Let's have a look.
The voice acting's pretty good, even for
We
the
should look around for the exhibits that were in this display.
extra characters like Brody. He does sound like he was in the movies.
Look at this mess. The exhibits are all over the floor.
Ancient Egyptian, obviously. A depiction of Bastet.
Have we got to find what tombs it's got to go in? Okay, so at the moment we've only found them ones over there, them cases open. So it might be worth putting this down if we can.
Ah, look at this. Ugaritic letters.
Ugarit. It must be from Ras Shamra in Syria.
Can we read anything? So this looks like Egyptian, because that's definitely Egyptian. Now, it might help if you recognise flags. Because I don't know what the Syrian flag actually looks like, unfortunately. So I want to pick up something that's Egyptian, because
Terracotta. Likely Babylonian out of Iraq.
trying to see if there's any clues on the back wall. That looks like jewellery in there. Maybe here. Is that an Iraqi flag? I'm not certain.
No, the display has a Syrian flag.
Ah,
Those
okay,
things
so
are
it's just
Syrian.
told me that's Syrian,
Right.
and the last item we picked up was Syrian. The duck.
Duck one here. Right, Marcus?
Quite right.
Okay, so we are. That looks Egyptian. When we know this was Egyptian, didn't we?
The Bastet statue goes in the Egyptian section.
Looks right, Indy.
Okay.
A funerary mask, Brody.
Is that solid gold?
So that's jewellery. That looks like some sort of building or dig where it's got it out of. Maybe it's just...
No, this isn't right.
Okay, so if you're not certain, you can just pick them up and put them down.
Funerary mask goes here.
Grand.
So it's a lot simpler. You can just put it randomly down and it'll tell you if it's right or not.
No, I think that's for something else, Indiana.
So that means that must go into this one here. So now we found out the one that was missing.
Well done, Indiana. So,
Is everything back?
Not quite.
Well, what's missing? SW 003. What was that?
Seaway expedition. He took the cat mummy, Marcus. But why?
The thief may have left a clue to their identity.
Yeah. Let's keep looking.
Okay, so we are in the big room. So there was an entrance out this side, which I did spot earlier. We could go back into the area it was before. I think I might do that.
I saw that smashed window down the corridor from your office. Perhaps that is where he got out.
Can we see where Indy's office is? It's probably the one with the black bars around it.
Well, this wasn't what I expected when you asked me down from New York.
Thieves don't usually make appointments.
Not just the break-in. I thought you'd given up on the fertility idol, Indiana.
People died for that thing, Marcus. Can't just let it go.
Again, I just want to randomly explore. Looks like it has got an auto-save feature, so that's good because I didn't see anything about saving it. And the game manual, it's telling me to go to the main story, the story quest, new game. Advanced movement, sprinting, we've already done that. So we can slide, okay, we haven't done that. Leaning. If we do get stuck, I'll come into here and have a look. Inventory, so we do have some sort of satchel inventory. Get into it by X. Maybe we couldn't do it in the starting area. Using stealth is B. Oh, okay, you've got to distract enemy features with right trigger, so that's good. If you're playing on PC, the controls will be different.
How many of these exhibit?
Okay, you got cut off. Just seeing if there's anything else to interact with. Same logic in video games. Whichever way it wants you to go, always go the opposite way. Because that's where the secrets are going to be. Nothing I can read. Yeah, it does seem you're quite limited at the moment on what you can actually do. Or interact with. So yeah, there's just nothing here. I can go upstairs, but let's search this. That might be where the room we started in. Oh no, that was the corridor we come down. Let's stay on the bottom floor. And yeah, there's nothing over here to interact with. Just a random bin knocked over. Okay, so we are sort of stuck to a guided path right at the moment. Probably just follow the debris is probably the best way you can do. Small window open.
I feel sorry for whoever has to clean up this mess before Monday.
I remember that time the doctoral student snuck pigs into Dawson's office?
Ah, yes. I suppose it could be worse.
I have set the volume up to maximum on the speech, but it does seem to be a bit on the low side sometimes. Okay, I'm not certain. Okay, so I can just pick up the brushes. And that was dropping, okay. Unless we want to go around cleaning the place, probably not a good idea to pick up. Let's look at the news article. Black Shirts article. Mussolini's Black Shirts rule Rome with iron fists. All volunteer militia enforce Mussolini's doctrine of fascism on streets, but some call them thugs and bullies ordinary citizens. The MVSN, commonly known as the Black Shirts, is not an uncommon sight on the streets of Rome, where they parade around in all black attire, spreading the ideals of the fascist movement. Many citizens view them as a united force, while others hesitate to the voice of their true opinions on the Camarilla. Okay, we'll collect that.
Black shirts.
Okay, we are
Thugs
collecting
harassing
adventure
innocent
points at the
people.
moment. I don't know what those adventure points are for. As far as I'm aware, there's no sort of cosmetic shop on here. There is a couple of downloadables you can get by getting the premium version, which I have got. But I haven't installed them on this. Doesn't look like I can get into that office behind him. That's what I was trying to get into. Okay, another open door. Let's go and have an explore, see if we can find anything else. And turn the radio on.
For where, Indiana?
Must be something here to patch me up.
I'm sure the nurse won't mind you helping yourself.
There might be more stuff on there if you haven't got the streamer mode on. Nothing to interact with, nothing we've picked up. Okay, we collect some
Just what
bandages.
I needed.
We was hurt after. Okay, so we can press down to put the bandage on. Because at the bottom left, we've only, yeah, that's it. We've to back up to 3 bars. We was down to 2. So he's not going to be an eye elf character as such. And again, he is an explorer. Oh, that's quite pretty out there. And again, because it's the 30s, a lot of people would travel on bikes more than cars. A lot of places, a lot of people probably couldn't afford cars. There's nothing in there. We've had a quick look around. Let's just look up here first. And again, I don't know if it's going to lock this away so we can't access stuff later and we could miss out and stuff. Just have a look upstairs and see what's up here. It is massive, this, but again, you would expect a museum to be massive. Old teaching classrooms with the old wooden pews. Okay, apple we'll take.
Finish planning your next classes?
Nearly. I was going to take my students on a field trip. Get their heads out of books for a while.
Go easy on them. They have a lot on their plate during midterms.
There's a note I can interact with. Cat Mummy's note. Beautifully crafted cat mummy. Odd piece discovered in an unmarked tomb on the Mountain of the Dead. Characteristics of craftsmanship usually found in tombs of wealthy people. Unusually lightweight. X-ray. There's something odd about this cat mummy. Can't quite put my finger on it.
That's where I put those notes.
So that was the item they stole. Okay, there's a letter down here we can interact with. Bjorkman's letter. My dear Professor Jones, I want to thank you humbly for sending me your letter. Your findings undoubtedly piqued my interest, and I am glad that you are eager to help us retrieve the Uppsala Scroll. Of course, many years have now passed since we lost ownership of it, but I have reason to believe that the ancient and very dangerous cult is behind the theft from Miss Lawrence. There are rumours that one of its members owns an old castle west of Sigtuna. If you have the time and opportunity, you're most welcome to join me so that we can find the Uppsala scroll together. I can arrange accommodations for you and your potential companion at centrally located Sumpauskade 10 here in Uppsala. Looking forward to your reply. Sincerely, Angus Borgman. University, October the 16th, 1937. Hopefully soon it will tell us what all them adventure points are for we've been picking up. And this does look like it's going to be this classroom of his. Okay, nothing else to interact with. So it looks like we did need to come upstairs. So that means there's some on the bottom floor we haven't actually looked at yet. Nothing to interact with there. So we're above the museum where we was earlier. Where we was knocked out by that guy. So now this is the place we was in the at the start. So running does take your stamina off the bottom. We came up the stairs there, so let's go this way because we haven't looked round here. Just seem to be extremely sensitive on the mouse with this, with the controller on this game. I've turned it down to 10. Okay, we've got another card here. A baseball card.
Saving this one.
And that's something you would have got in this area is baseball cards and stuff like that. 8 cigarette packets. A comic book. Okay, so we've got something else we can collect now. Strange Aeons. The thrilling adventure of Joe the archaeologist. The lost adventures of a journey of the unexplored. With only a throw net and his trusty slingshot, he explores the wilds of the earth.
Comic books. New fad on campus.
Old wooden chess sets. Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's any mini games or stuff in here you can play. What's the currency like? Is there a currency? And then we're back onto the top floor. So we need to go back and down them stairs what we came up initially and continue. Well, we'll go down these stairs. Okay, let's go back to where we was.
How did they get out? The front doors were locked.
So it should be round here and to the left. I think the stairs we came up.
That makes sense.
And then we'll continue searching the bottom floor if I can remember which way we didn't go. We did that, we did that. We didn't go down here. And this probably leads to where we just come down the other set of stairs. So let's have a look, make sure there's nothing I can interact with. No. There's a room here, so let's go into here. Nothing seems to be interactable. Something there, a drawing. Temple map. Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Look not into its eyes of Mara, and you shall gain admission to the temple of the greatest secret desire. Beware of false pathways that lead to death. Beware the deadly booby traps that lurk within. Nothing else I can interact with. Doesn't seem to be rancid.
Splitting headache after burning the midnight oil last night.
I told you, you didn't have to stay.
Nonsense. I wouldn't abandon a friend in need.
There's a book there. Warrior of the Clouds. My journey through the ruins of the Chakchapoa culture. by Maria Smirnoff. Can we collect it? No. Looks like we just got to put it back. Nothing else seems to be interactable up there. Lots of photos. Gramophone's probably a good, bad idea. Oh, actually, it's a record to pick up. Prince Jimmy and his orchestra, Rhythm and Blues series, a superior recording. Speed 78 RPM. Not licensed for radio broadcasts. Made in the USA in 1926. Okay, it's not something else to collect, it's just something to interact with. Ah, bullwhip. Can we actually take that? Boo, no. So this must be Indy's office if it's got a bullwhip. And he did mention at the start we needed to go past Indy's office. So we've searched everything we can in there. Just trying to remember which way we came from. I think we came from that way. Those are the other set of stairs we come down. Did we look around here? There's nothing else to get. And again, if you're after a very fast playthrough, that's not my style. Especially if I'm playing the game for the first time, I want to explore everything and get all the lore. We've been in this office already. Or we've been in an office. No, we've been in here. So that was the door we opened up. Were you going in circles? We've definitely been in there. Okay, I think I've turned myself around. Okay, so I'm up on the top floor there. Is it giving me... Then it goes downstairs there, downstairs there. Let's keep the map out for a bit. So I'm guessing the map on the left-hand side is the first floor. I'm guessing we've got to head towards that gold circle. Which, yeah, it's right in front of me, question mark. So let's put the map away. We thoroughly checked that. We just went out of the office the wrong way. So we haven't been in here. This is all new. As usual, let's have a look around, make sure there's nothing to interact with.
Look, what's that up there?
Hey, that's the window what's broke above us.
Marcus, help me out here.
Coming, Indiana.
So that must have been the way he got in.
I don't know what to do without you.
Oh, don't,
And there was something
Don't mention
sparkling then as well. Press A to jump. Well, before I do that, I just want to search the rest of the room, make sure I've missed nothing. What was up at these stairs? Ah, that was the chess club. We'd already been in here. So we've explored everything about as fully as we can at the moment. Hopefully we've not missed anything. So this is A to climb up, it said. And a giant's pendant.
Huh.
a pendant, is it?
Must have got caught when he left through the window.
Let's retire to your office and figure this out.
Good idea. Somebody sure went to a lot of trouble to steal a cat mummy.
It was a beautiful piece. You found it in Siwa, didn't you?
Yeah, 6 weeks ago. There's something about that dig.
I just want to make sure I get all the lore with all the talking and don't just rush in front.
We can work this out in your office, Indiana.
So we had already come in, that door was open the last time, I'm pretty certain.
That looks Catholic to you, doesn't it?
That's the sigil of the Vatican's secret archive, if I'm not mistaken.
This isn't just about a cat mummy, Marcus.
What are you going to do, Indiana?
I'll need my classes covered, of course.
Indiana,
Dawson seems the likely choice. Maybe Kittredge?
oh, look. Someone's left you a gift. How long has that been in there?
I haven't opened this suitcase for a year. Not since Cairo.
You
Okay,
aren't
so
going
let's
to
read the
open it,
journal.
Indiana? It's a beautiful journal, isn't it? Who's it from?
For your next adventure,
Doesn't say.
Marion. And now we've got access to
What
the
are you
journal.
packing? And just where are you planning on going?
Only the essentials.
I see.
Okay, so let's just access the journal. So it was that side with the map and the right. Oh, okay, it's across the top. So now we have access to the map, journal, travels. Venture begins. That's all the stuff we've been picking up. So apparently we've picked up 7 out of 10 notes. Does it give us any clues of which ones we haven't got? Maybe all the notes are not in this location. We've got the letter. Okay, so it's not giving us a clue about what we've missed. And the stuff we did pick up, we can just inspect, but we'd already done that when we picked them up. So apparently we have missed 3 items. There were some things left to pack. Ball whip, which we already found earlier. The gramophone record we already found. So let's go and pack up the item. So we know the ball whip was over here.
You know, you can talk to me, Indiana, about Marion.
There's nothing to say, Marcus. Oh, let's see here.
Rule number 1, never leave home without the whip. Well, in his line of work, that's probably a good idea. Want to take the giant's pendant he told us
She
to
rang
get.
me. Did I tell you that?
Gramophone
2 months
rec-
back when you left for Siwa.
This will be a nice gift.
And then there was one more item it told us to get. Oh, it says up there on the left, the cat mummy photo.
She was
Now,
at
the
her
question-
wit's end with you. I didn't know what to say.
It wouldn't have made a difference. She had her mind made up.
There's definitely something I'm missing. Ah, okay, it's on this board. Photograph of mummified cat found in sewer during the summer. So that's the one they stole. That's another one into the journal.
Was setting out on another foolhardy escapade is not going to make matters better.
I'm not so sure about that.
So it's telling us to close the suitcase and leave. And again, we missed one note, but I did a good thorough search. Unless it was in one of those areas down in the first couple of places in the bottom museum. And there's no indication it's giving us where to go. We searched everything the best as I possibly can. So yeah, let's just move on.
Though I must admit I am intrigued. Why would the Vatican want your cat mummy?
Exactly. And there's only one way to find out.
Come now, Indiana, you can't travel to Italy. The college would never sanction leave for this. Not in the middle of... midterms? I mean,
Marcus, what's done is done. Maybe I shouldn't have gone to the Siwa expedition, but it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
and when you got back, she wasn't there.
I gotta go.
And the she's talking about's got to be the Marion, what was on the note.
Can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
Oh, cool.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Meet me in Vatican. Stop. Indy.
My friend, stop. Vatican not safe. Stop. We'll wait for you at village steps. Stop. Subtlety is a virtue. Stop. Antonio.
So telegraph would have been the only way to communicate this early. If you didn't understand what all that stops was.
Okay. Village steps. Should be on the other side of this fortress.
So let's just read up what's updated in my journal. Antonio, an old friend, is waiting by the Pasetta di Borgo, the village steps, which is the far side of the Castle Sant'Angelo. There is no entrance from this side, but where there's a whip, there's a way. And looking on the summary there, we've got 1% of the game completed. We've got 0% of mystery, 0 discovery, 0 field work. So there is quite a bit of side stuff to do. And we do have not really a map of the castle. So that's our map of the castle. It's just a drawing. So we've got to find some way to interact with the rope to get out. So let's get out of them.
Accidenti, sarà pesante. Mi serve una pausa.
And I think this is a great place to call it. For the first episode, I'm really impressed with the game so far. I think I've had a couple of little stutters up and down. There seems to be a guy over there. So we want to make sure we don't go any further to aggro him. And then we'll go into some sort of combat proper situation, I'm guessing, with these guys in the next episode. But hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. And I'll be looking forward to doing more of it. So hopefully I'll see you back in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching.